Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, under the direction of Wade Hall, here is the St. Augustine Wolves Band playing our national anthem. Refurio captains, number 57, Darian Wills. Number 6, Isidro Mascaro.
Fans, we welcome you to Cy-Fair FCU Stadium in Cypress, Texas, where tonight we have a 2A D1 state semifinal matchup between the St. Augustine Wolves and the Refugio Bobcats. Thank you for tuning in here on TexanLive.com. I'm Gavin Moritz, and joining me in the booth tonight is Tom Vinay. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to what should be a very entertaining game tonight in this 2A division. An opportunity for a lot of our listeners and viewers to get a chance to see some of the real talented small schools here in Texas.
Captains are at midfield for the coin toss. St. Augustine, the designated home team, will be in red helmets, red jerseys, and white pants, while Refurio will be wearing their black pants, white jerseys, and white lids.
Refurio won the toss and has elected to receive.
So the Bobcats win the opening coin toss, elect to receive. We'll see the Refurio offense presumably come out first. St. Augustine will kick.
And Gavin, this is a rematch of 2 years ago here at the Berry Center. These two teams meeting in the semifinals. St. Augustine lost that game to Refurio 63-21. So a little bit revenge on mind for the Wolves of St. Augustine. Little town just east, about 30 miles east of Nacogdoches, if you're trying to locate them on the map.
St. Augustine comes in scoring 835 points on the season, allowing 269 and averaging 64 points per game. For Refurio, they've scored 753, allowed a $196, and points per game, 53.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive, especially with the St. Augustine running attack. It's one thing to have a 1,000-yard runner. You've got a runner with 2,100 yards rushing, and you have a second running back with over 1,000 yards. Of course, we're talking about Bavarian Barnes, 21-19 yards this year, 29 touchdowns. And Tajay Thomas Davis, actually he has over 1,000 yards receiving, and he's rushed for 563, so dual weapon with Davis.
It'll be Landa Verde coming on to kick it away for the Wolves. Center hash from the 40-yard line.
Looks like you got Ferrora back deep, along with Jordan Kelly back inside the 15-yard line.
Ball's teed up center hash at the 40 for Landaverde. As we're almost ready to get underway here from Cy-Fair FCU Stadium. For last week, St. Augustine beat Groveton 66-39. Refugio last week beat Holland 49-12 at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
And couldn't ask for better ideal weather. 58 degrees, clear skies, very, very little breeze here at the Berry Center tonight.
Landaverde will kick it away from the 40. And the kick is up and away, and we are underway. Kick will be fielded at the 26-yard line by Refurio. Return up the middle across the 40-yard line down to about the 42. And that's where the Bobcats will start, 1st and 10 in their own territory.
Nice 15-yard return by Kyler Brown for the Bobcats, and now they'll go left to right here. Starting on the north side of the Berry Center. There are the visitors in their white and black uniforms, and St. Augustine in their red and white.
It'll be a wingback and a receiver to the near side. 2 receivers to the left of the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. It's Austin Ochoa. Slinging out. Pass is caught on the left sideline and getting upended at the 47-yard line after making the reception.
And that was Michael Friora, number 3. It's a very fast-paced offense. Both teams love it is really an almost virtually no-huddle offense on both sides.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 47-yard line for Refurio. 3 yards shy of midfield. Ochoa in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. Handoff, plunging forward across midfield down to the opposing 48. On the carry goes Gadsden.
And Gaston just short of the first down. I'm going to say he's going to mark him about maybe a half yard, less than half a yard away from the first down. And the key, of course, always, Gavin, in these games, you want to really establish that running attack, take the pressure off the quarterback, Ochoa.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1 from officially the 49-yard line. Refugio in St. Augustine territory. Direct snap, running up the gut, plunging forward, picking up the first down and then some inside the 35-yard line down to the 34.
Good call there by Ochoa. Took it himself, old-fashioned quarterback draw, and once he got past the line of scrimmage, he got into the secondary. Easy first down to the 34-yard line for the Bobcats. Actually, that was a direct snap. That was the Wildcat formation with Mascora, who was in at running the offense on that 3rd and short.
Empty backfield for Ochoa. Trips to the right, 2 receivers was left. Ochoa looking to throw, heaves it down the field. Jump ball is going to be incomplete near the goal line.
Ochoa, if you've been watching, a little bit of a sidearm throwing quarterback, put a lot of air into that one, and of course there was contact down there by the St. Augustine secondary, but it was in the matter of fact of going for the football, so no fouls. As long as that defensive back is making a play for the ball and his head's looking back toward the football, you will not see the interference flag.
2nd and 10 from the 34 coming up for Refurio. 10-11 left here in this opening quarter. Ochoa in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, handoff, running up the gut down to the 32. They'll mark him down after a gain of 2. That's Mascoro.
Now it's going to set him up a 3rd and long, and now bring in the receiving core for the Bobcats, and they're going to set up 3 to the near side.
From the 31-yard line officially, it'll be 3rd down and 7 as we hit the 9:40 mark and counting left in the quarter. Trips to the right of Ochoa. Ochoa looking to throw, fires left side pass, is caught along the sideline.
Good concentration over there. The receiver looked like number 86. Go check that. It was 15. And that is Austin. I'm sorry, I couldn't make that out. 16? No, 19, Perez. We're a little higher up than I'm normally used to here at the Very Center. I'm usually a couple floors down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Refurio on the edge of the red zone. It'll be 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left of Ochoa. He's under center. Play fake. Ochoa looking to throw. Pass is caught on the screen and getting dragged down shy of the 15-yard line after making the reception. Goes Antoine Gross.
And that was a nice play by Javaris Miller, the defensive back, keeping an eye on the play and holding it for a short gain.
We'll call it a gain of 2 up to the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Bobcats.
Right now, St. Augustine's maintaining only a 4-man rush right now to put pressure on Ochoa. Might start looking for them calling a blitz, maybe from the outside.
Handoff on the end-around play, running left side inside the 15 to the 10, bouncing it outside and getting dragged out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Once again goes Antoine Gross, calling his name for the 2nd play in a row.
And, of course, that was a beautifully executed jet sweep for Gross, and he got some good blocks up ahead, especially from Marscona and, of course, Celestine, who was out in front of him.
So Gross picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for Refurio. As Ochoa gets the play call from the sideline, he'll give it to his offense in the huddle.
9th play of the drive, which started back at the 41-yard line.
1 receiver to either side. Ochoa. Actually, a direct snap to the tailback and plunging forward down to the 5-yard line goes Mascaro.
And that's the 2nd time they've done that, straight up the middle with Mascaro with that direct snap.
Mark him down at the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Bobcats.
Very impressive opening drive for Refurio here. And eating clock almost a quarter of the 1st quarter.
As we approach the 8-minute mark left here in the opening quarter. Wildcat play, running to the right side, inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. Goes Gadsden.
And Johnson, a nice play there defensively for St. Augustine. He went right down the line, gave no opportunity for Gadsden to get outside and turn the corner. This might be 2-down territory for Refurio.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4 for the Bobcats. As Ochoa will check back in at quarterback. 4 receivers to his left, man in motion from the left to the right, 1 receiver to the right side. Ochoa takes a snap, looking to throw, fires. Pass is incomplete, off the hands of his intended target just before the goal line. Intended target was Antoine Gross.
Yeah, he had to put that one high. The defensive back was right there. Barnes, if that would have been a lower throw, more toward the chest, Barnes would have had a great opportunity for the interception. Keeping it high, he gave it only to his receiver the opportunity to catch the ball. Now here they go, 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Refurio will go for it. It'll be trips to the left, no receivers to the right. Ochoa in the shotgun. Ochoa looking to throw, dumps it off. Pass is going to be caught on the screen and blown up immediately by the Wolves.
Great play, and that was DeMarcus Barnes. Read the play. They could not set the screen up for St. Augustine, and also give credit, big number 74 filling the gap, Seth Stevens. And they read that play perfectly, trying to run the screen. And now St. Augustine will start from their own 8-yard line.
So on 4th and goal from the 4, Refurio turns it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 8 now for St. Augustine. And we'll see number 1, Jaden Hicks, come out to lead the offense at quarterback. Running back will be Kaverian Barnes. He'll line up in the backfield to the right of Hicks. They have a stoppage and play pre-snap.
And a very good timeout. Refurio put something
St.
out
Augustine
there
takes their
that
first
the St.
timeout of the
Augustine
half.
coaching staff didn't want. So Marty Murr calls a timeout to make a smart play here early. Don't want to make mistakes inside your own 10.
0-0 ball game, 7:21 left here in the opening quarter. We'll take a commercial break here on TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Benet joining you from Cy-Fair FCU Stadium at the Barry Center in Cypress. It's a 0-0 ball game, 7:21 left in the opening quarter.
And, of course, Refurio just stopped on downs in the red zone inside the 10-yard line by St. Augustine. And now, of course, they called a timeout in the first play. Refurio came out and put 9 in the box right in front. And Coach Murr did not like that and wants to reset the offense. This is where you do not want to make mistakes, especially early in the game.
First and 10 from their own 8-yard line for the St. Augustine Wolves. Jaden Hicks will line up in the shotgun, one receiver out wide to either side. Hicks standing back at his own 3. Hicks takes a snap, handoff, bouncing it to the near side across the 10-yard line, still going across the 15 and out of bounds across the 20 to the 21.
Good call there by the St. Augustine offense. Put it in the hands of their leading rusher, Barnes, and he was able to turn the corner, but there's a flag, and this may be coming back on a hold,
number
which it is.
52 of the offense. Half the distance to the goal, still first down.
They're going to get Michael Hightower, number 52, on the infraction. So that'll back him up half the distance to the goal back to the 4-yard line. It'll be first down and 14 yards to go with 7:14 left here in the first quarter. As Jaden Hicks will get the play call from his sideline. Backed up inside his own 5 in the shadow of their own end zone. Hicks in the shotgun. One receiver out wide to either side. Hicks looking to throw. Fires, pass is caught at the 8. And stiff-arming a man out of bounds across the 15-yard line on the reception, Javarius Miller.
And that gets a lot of yardage back. They don't get the first down, but a lot of out of trouble. They're away from the goal line out near the 20-yard line, second and short now.
Second down and 2 from the 16. Hicks in the gun. Hicks will hand it off, bouncing it to the right side. Across the 15 and out of bounds, just shy of the 20, picking up the first down. Goes Kavarian Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes came into this game, 2,119 yards on the season, 29 touchdowns. He's their go-to guy, and now we have an official's timeout
on the field.
Have an injury down on the field. We'll take a timeout with him here on TexanLive.com.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Benet. We had an injury timeout down on the field. It'll be first and 10 from their own 18 for St. Augustine. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Jaden Hicks in the shotgun. Hicks, low snap. It'll be a handoff. Running to the right side across the 30. Hitting the sideline is Kavarian Barnes, and he'll be out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
Nice run again around the corner St. Augustine going with a double tight end package right now. Really enforcing the block, and a nice block on the outside on that run from Braylon Simmons. Number 55. Unusual number, but he is designated the tight end.
Mark him out at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 40 for the Wolves. Hicks looking to throw. Pump fake. Hicks heaves it down the sideline near side. It's going to be just beyond the reach of the intended target. He was looking for Javarius Miller.
Miller with a nice one-on-one coverage down there by Colton Hesseltine. And they both were going for the football, so once again, no flag. Good coverage by the Bobcats secondary.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from their own 40 for the Wolves. 6:38 left here in the opening quarter. Still looking for our first score, Tom.
Yeah. Right now it's a chess game right now we're watching.
One receiver to either side. Hicks in the gun. Tailback to his right. Hicks will hand it off, running to the near side and getting brought down at the 41-yard line. On the carry was Kavorian Barnes.
Yeah, nice play by the defense. And that was Michael Ferrora, who's playing free safety, reading the play, came down the line. So far, we've seen they've been attacking the corners with Barnes, either the left side or the right side, trying to get those sweeps. They've yet to run Barnes up the middle.
Looks like they'll officially call it no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from their own 40 for St. Augustine. Jaden Hicks will have one receiver to the right, and he'll have bunch trips to his left. And now we have a flag pre-snap.
Yeah, they're going to get one of the linemen flinched. Look like on the right side.
62 of the offense.
And that's
5
the right
yards, still 3rd down.
The right tackle flinched, and that's Des Watts. Doesn't take much.
Back him up to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
Ask the Texans about that.
Trips to the left, bunched up once again. One receiver to the right, Hicks in the gun. On 3rd and long, Hicks sprint out pass to the near side, looking to throw. Hicks all the way back inside his own 15-yard line. Hicks back to the 10. Now he will run. Hicks fires down the sideline. Pass is going to fall incomplete near midfield.
Could have had offensive interference there. Number 11, Thomas Davis, making contact. He was playing more defensive back. Hicks tried to do his best, but good pursuit by the Bobcat defense. And fortunately, he was able to get back near the line of scrimmage and get the throw off. A lot of times you see quarterbacks try and do whatever they can, and they end up losing more yardage than they can. This was a good chance. Throw the ball away, try again next time.
4th and 15 from their own 35 for St. Augustine. 5.5 minutes left here in this opening quarter. Punt is up and away from Seth Stephens. No return man back deep for the Bobcats. It'll take a Wolf bounce down inside the 20, and it'll roll down finally to about the 17-yard line, maybe the 18.
Well, nice little roll there by, usually don't see a big offensive tackle as your punter, but Stephens is your punter. He got a good kick, but with no one back, they were looking for, that was a little surprising, Refurio looking to see if St. Augustine might try and do some trickery there. And I guess when they saw that big punter, they said, wait a minute, that can't be right.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 17 for Refurio. Offense will take the field for drive number 2. They stalled out inside their own 10 on their opening drive. Handoff, running left side and getting met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Goes Javarius Miller.
On the defensive play. That was Gatson on the run. He had nothing.
So Gadsden gains no yards on the 1st down run. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 17. Ball is placed just about center hash.
Well, both teams have seen the offense one time. Now, this is where the coaches start making their first adjustments of the game. We saw how well they had the running game working for Refurio and those quick out passes for Ochoa, and there he goes again.
Ochoa throws left side pass is going to be dropped in the flat. Intended target was Ethan Perez.
And those are the ones you got to keep. Those offensive people need to keep an eye out for those little sidearms, just in case. And we've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it as well. That pass all of a sudden just gets a little bit behind the quarterback. It's a fumble, not an incomplete pass.
4:39 left here in this opening quarter. 3rd down and 10 from their own 17 for Refurio. Couple men in motion, wing back and two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left of Ochoa. And now a flag for stoppage in play. It'll be a timeout called by the Bobcats.
Refugio takes their first timeout of the half.
First charge timeout for Refurio. We'll take one with them. 4:37 left in the first quarter here on TexanLive.com.
Timeout.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, full of energy, full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera. Food as it should be.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. The high school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Third down and 10 from their own 17 for Refurio. It'll be a shotgun set for Austin Ochoa. Two receivers to the right, one to his left. Ochoa rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Ochoa fires, passes high, but caught along the sideline.
Nice catch.
At the 33-yard line, picking up the first down is Antoine Gross.
And that was a good job, good throw by Ochoa. Put it on the outside, and Gross was able to get the 1 foot down. That's all you need. We watch it on the replay on the big board here, and it was just a perfect pass.
4:32 left here in the first. First down and 10 from their own 33 for the Bobcats, as Austin Ochoa will deliver the play call to his offense in the huddle. And that appears we're going to have a wildcat play. Running up the middle and taking it to the 43-yard line, close to the first down, goes Mascaro.
And the same play they've ran with him. That's the third time they've ran that play up the middle with Mascaro out of the wildcat formation.
They'll mark him a yard shy, gain of 9. It'll be second down, and we'll call it a yard.
Looks like they're going to stay the same formation here.
Two receivers, one to either side. Mascaro will take it out of the wildcat. Mascaro will have the first down up to the 46. Needed one and got 3.
Yeah, good effort there by Miller to try to make the tackle. This did not work.
Down to 3:45 and counting left here in the opening quarter. Both teams looking for their first score. It'll be first and 10 from their own 46 for the Bobcats of Refurio.
Ochoa right now 5 of 8 for 30 yards.
Ochoa looking to throw. Fires, pass is going to be caught. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line goes Antoine Gross.
And Ochoa, I'm really impressed. It doesn't look like a hard throw. It's a nice, good throw. It's a little soft, and that it gives Gross the opportunity of trying to grab the ball. And that's what you want from your quarterback. You want something that's going to be right there near your hands so you can bring it into your chest.
So they mark Gross out of bounds officially at the 40-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Bobcats. One receiver to either side. It'll be another wildcat play. Taking it up the seam and breaking tackles inside the 20, the 15, and finally dragged down just shy of the 5-yard line goes Mascaro.
You have to figure this is the 4th time they've run this play, and right now St. Augustine has not been able to stop it. That's the best run of the night for either team, and Mascaro sets them up first and goal at the 6-yard line. That was a 34-yard run for Mascaro.
It'll take us down to the 3-minute mark and counting left in the quarter.
But Refurio was here before. 4 tries, couldn't get it in.
Power I formation. Ochoa hands it off, plunging forward inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4, gaining a couple. Goes Mascaro.
Was it Mascaro? I thought it was Gatson.
It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Down to 2:25 and counting left in the quarter.
This is basically what my old coach would say, who wants it more?
Wildcat play, Mascaro takes it himself. He'll be met at about the 3 by a host of Wolves.
And once again, Javarius Miller reading the play. You know, that's, like I said, when they've run that, it's been more up the middle, been more successful. Every time they go outside with it, St. Augustine's able to adjust and make the play. So once again, 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal from the 3. And Ochoa, quarterback draw play, and he will power his way across the goal line for the touchdown.
Good play here. They set up the wide receivers, 3 to one side, 2 to the one to the other, looking like Ochoa is going to put it up in the air, and instead he reads the defense. He saw they froze the moment he got the football and was able to go straight in, quick quarterback drive. And Refurio gets on the board first here this evening.
Now the extra point, it will come on for the Bobcats, looking to make it a 7-0 ball game. Snap down, PAT is up, and it is good. It is 7-0 Refurio. 1:37 left here in this opening quarter. We'll take a commercial break. You're listening and watching TexanLive.com.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. High school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Ford Cup player of
All the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
Hey Southeast Texas, it's Coach Shaq from Mid-County Dodge.
And head coach Burt Brocker from Gateway Dodge. And we've got big news.
That's right, only Mid-County and Gateway are giving you employee pricing plus all the rebates.
During our Big Finish sales event, we have new 2019 quad cabs starting at $19,900 or a Jeep Cherokee for just $19,900.
Plus, we're paying top dollar for every trade.
Shop 24/7, midcountydodge.com or gatewaydodge.com.
And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Vinay joining you from Cy-Fair FCU Stadium. 7-0 Refurio, 1:37 left to play here in this opening quarter.
And your scoring drive for Refurio, 10 plays, 83 yards, used 3:41 off the clock. Ochoa with the 3-yard touchdown run, the extra point's good. And Refurio takes the lead here in the semifinals, 7-0 as they get ready to kick it away.
Kick is up and away, center hash from the 40. It'll be fielded at about the 25-yard line by St. Augustine. On the return is Jarius Crane. And Crane will be dragged out of bounds at the 34, where the Wolves will start 1st and 10.
Gotta be very careful if you're swinging the running back return man out of bounds. You don't want to do it on the St. Augustine sidelines. But now here's what we're going to find out from St. Augustine. Their first possession, they had to start deep in their own end of the field inside the 10 after they had stopped Refurio. Now they get great field position to start their second drive, and this should open up the offense a little more.
Now we'll see Jaden Hicks come back out to lead the offense. Man in motion from the left to the right. Hicks will hand it off. And finding no running room back to the line of scrimmage.
And that was number 11, George Thomas Davis, the other running back. They had Barnes in motion on that play.
So officially no gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for St. Augustine as we hit the 1-minute mark and counting left here in this opening quarter. 4 receiver set, 2 to either side. Jaden Hicks in the shotgun, tailback to his right. Hicks will hand it off, running forward and powering his way up to the 40-yard line, gaining, we'll call it 6. Goes Thomas Davis.
And just going to stay to the basics. Like I said, trying to establish. They had success running outside. They could not get their success inside. And if you notice, right now they're going with this last possession. They went with the double tight end throughout the entire series. Now we're going with the double wide receivers.
25 seconds in, counting. 3rd down and 4. Hicks in the gun, 2 receivers stacked to either side, and it's going to be a false start against the Wolves.
Second false start. And this time he couldn't hide that. Seth Stevens
of the offense. 5 yards, still 3rd down.
As they say, went, well, I thought it was on 1.
Back them up 5 yards to a 3rd down and 9 from their own 35-yard line. As we approach 10 seconds and counting left in the quarter, time for one more play if they choose to do so.
Yeah, they don't have to get the play off. They may look at see what Refugio's setting up and then take it to the second quarter, which 3 seconds left is most likely the plan.
Hicks will take the snap. Last play of the quarter. Hicks will roll to the far side to his right, looking to throw. Hicks will tuck and run across the 40-yard line, and he will jump out of bounds at the 45, picking up the 1st down and ending the 1st quarter.
Nice way to end the 1st quarter for Hicks. Looked like he was in a lot of trouble deep behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll give St. Augustine a 1st down at their own 45 when we come back for the 2nd quarter.
This will be a 90-second
So after one, complete your score. Refurio 7, St. Augustine 0. Stay tuned for quarter number 2 and more when we come back. You're listening and watching TexanLive.com.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, full of energy, full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera, food as it should be.
We're back here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Vinay. Start of the 2nd quarter. It's Refurio 7, St. Augustine 0. Tom, what have you seen so far in tonight's contest?
Right now, both teams trying to establish the running game. We've seen the success the running game has done for Refurio. It has opened up the passing game for Ochoa, especially on that last drive. He got big connections for 1st downs to Gross that got him down the field. And Mascara with that Wildcat formation getting the big run for 34 yards. Refurio realistically could easily be up 14-0 on St. Augustine right now, but St. Augustine still had yet only 1 pass completion, 12 yards. You know, offensively, they're being outgunned right now, 133-52. They got a big 1st down by Hicks at the end of the 1st quarter, and they need to continue this drive.
Hicks in the shotgun, 3 receiver set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It'll be a handoff on the draw play to Barnes. Barnes will reverse his field and cut it back right side and nowhere to run.
Yeah. Good play there by the Refurio defense. And that was number 9, Xavier Willis. As he thought he had a big opening on that counter tray play, but that door was slammed shut quickly by the Bobcats.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from their own 45 for the Wolves of St. Augustine. As we'll get Jaden Hicks getting the play call from the near sideline. 11:20 and counting left until the halftime break. St. Augustine has the football. It'll be a handoff running forward up to the 47 with the forward progress. Goes to Jay Thomas Davis.
Yeah, right now, Refurio really winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Wolves.
And once again, they're back in that double tight end formation.
Jaden Hicks will line up in the shotgun, tailback to his left, one receiver out wide, one to either side.
And both.
And a jump pre-snap.
And you've got linemen playing tight end.
Start, number 52 and number 55, offense.
They both jump, but it's only one penalty.
Still third down.
They're going to get Michael Hightower and Braylon Simmons on the jump.
And they both have to come out here. And that pretty much gives us a hint that this is a majority, probably a pass play coming up here.
3rd down and 13 from their own 42 for St. Augustine. Hicks in the gun, 2 receivers to either side. Man in motion from the left to the right. Into the backfield, Hicks will toss it out to one of his wide receivers on the jet sweep play, running left side. On the carry is Thomas Davis. Will be met at the 42-yard line.
Well, he didn't make the tackle, but the player who made this play was Mascaro. He read the play, and the quarterback, Hicks, was unable to sustain the block. And that changed the whole direction of that play by Thomas. He just could not find the opening to turn the corner. And once that was done, it gave Refurio time to regroup and surround Davis, so no gain. So Refurio, once again, St. Augustine will have to punt. And this time they'll have somebody back for it. And it looks like Gross.
4th down and 13 for St. Augustine. Punt is high and up and away. They'll take a Refurio bounce.
Boy, did that take a big bounce.
And it'll be down at the 37 by St. Augustine.
I can't get on a pro shot to cut back that much for me. But Refurio's going to get great field position, as this is going to end up being with the bounce back at the 46-yard line, a less than 20-yard punt.
So it'll be Bobcat football, leading by 7, 9:05 left here in quarter number 2.
Might be early, Gavin, but this would be a scoring drive here by Refurio. Really puts him in the driver's seat here early. So this will be a big test for the St. Augustine defense, since the Bobcats have just over half the field to go.
Man in motion from the left to the right. Fake on the jet sweep. Wildcat play by Gadsden, running up the gutting. Gadsden will be brought down for 46. Across midfield into St. Augustine territory.
I like this Wildcat we've seen tonight. It's been very successful. This time we got to see Gaston run it.
Called a gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Looks like another Wildcat play. Man in motion once again from the left to the right. Fake on the jet sweep. Gadsden will bounce it to the right side, and Gadsden will run over a defender down to the 42, picking up the 1st down.
Now, the one thing, if you notice, Gavin, the way this Wildcat's running, you look at that St. Augustine defense, they are bringing everybody up.
Ruling on the field is the fumble recovered by the offense. 1st down.
Okay, he got it back. But if you watch, they are loading up the defense. It's all loading up the box. And this would, even if you run this Wildcat, it would be a great opportunity for that the Wildcat carrier to toss one out to a running back running a wheel route down the sidelines.
Austin Ochoa will check back in at quarterback. Empty backfield, 5 receiver set. Loses the football as he tries to throw it. Picks it back up, and he will run to the near side. Ochoa, flag is down, and he'll go out of bounds at the 44.
Going to have a block in the back against Refurio.
A disastrous play for the Bobcats.
He lost a yard on this. They might be willing to take the down. But I think they're going to take the penalty.
Holding, number 22 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
And that was mainly just to protect his quarterback.
It looked like Ochoa tried to throw the football and just slipped out of his hand.
It is funny. I mean, I've seen it about 4 or 5 times this year where that football just seems to perfectly bounce back, which is a little unusual considering it's not round.
Back him up to the 48-yard line. It'll be first down and 19. Ochoa rolling to the right, looking to throw. Ochoa fires. Pass is going to be picked off along the sideline. Coming up with the interception, Kavorian Barnes.
And for Barnes, big play there for St. Augustine. We talked about it earlier. Ochoa doesn't have to throw a hard pass. He throws a little bit of a soft pass, and that's when he needed to put a little more lift on it. It wasn't high enough, and a nice play by Barnes to get the first turnover of the game.
Ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line. First and 10 for the San Augustine Wolves. Jaden Hicks will come back out to lead the offense at quarterback.
And that penalty, the big play on that drive for Refurio.
No receivers out wide. On first and 10 from the 39, Hicks in the shotgun. It'll be a handoff running forward. Finding running room is Barnes across midfield into Bobcat territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, you could call that student body straight up the middle, Gavin. They had everybody on the offensive line except the quarterback and the running back Barnes, and they're going to come out at it again. They're just going to try and old-fashioned and push them down the field.
Running right side and getting stopped at the 41, gain of 3, goes Kavorian Barnes.
Yeah, the danger of this for Refurio is if those linemen maintain those blocks, you've only got 1, maybe 2 players behind you who can stop him if he gets into the secondary.
Call it a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 7 as we approach the 7-minute mark and counting left until the halftime break. No receivers out wide once again. Hicks will hand it off to Barnes. And Barnes will power his way to the 39, gain of 2.
And there's Mascara, who's been busy on both sides of the football, making another tackle. And these are the things, you think about it, we see so much of 6A, 5A. We don't usually get to see too many two-way players. And this is what a lot of scouts look at when they're looking at when they come out and scout these smaller schools. How well these guys can play, especially the entire 4 quarters, playing both sides of the football.
Third down and 5. Jaden Hicks in the shotgun. 2-man in motion from the left to the right. No receivers out wide. It'll be a handoff straight ahead on the carry. Down to the 37, gaining 2. Goes Thomas Davis.
I was a little surprised there that they had rotated 2 more blockers to the right side. I was a little surprised they weren't going to try and hit the corner.
So 4th down and 3 yards to go from the 37. Needing to get to the 34 for a new set of downs, and San Augustine will go for it. No receivers out wide once again. Hicks in the shotgun. Men in motion, 2 of them from the right to the left. And a stoppage in play pre-snap.
San Augustine takes their second timeout of the half. This will be a 60-second timeout.
Second charge timeout for the San Augustine Wolves. We'll take on with them. You're listening and watching TexanLive.com.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. Into high school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Player of
all the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
Hey Southeast Texas, it's Coach Chuck from Mid-County Dodge.
And head coach Burt Brocker from Gateway Dodge. And we've got big news.
That's right, only Mid-County and Gateway are giving you employee pricing plus all the rebates.
During our Big Finish sales event, we have new 2019 quad cabs starting at $19,900 or a Jeep Cherokee for just $19,900.
Plus, we're paying top dollar for every trade.
Shop 24/7, midcountydodge.com or gatewaydodge.com.
And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
5:44 left until the halftime break. Refurio leads San Augustine 7-0. It'll be 4th down and 3 from the 37-yard line. They need to get to the 34 for a new set of downs.
First key play of the half for San Augustine.
No receivers out wide. Jaden Hicks in the shotgun, tailback to his left. Men in motion, 2 of them from the left to the right. Hicks on 4th and 3. Sweep play running to the left side. Hicks cuts it back up the middle. Hicks will stumble inside the 20 and he will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolves. On 4th down and 3. Jaden Hicks keeps it himself and runs all the way for the touchdown.
Wow. I was talking about they lined up everybody. They put them in motion. They put it strong to the left side this time. What do? They go left. And a great adjustment by Hicks. Able to get into the secondary. And there it was all alone to the end zone.
Extra point unit will come on for San Augustine.
Big play here by the Wolves on that drive to get this even.
Landa Verde's extra point up and good, and it's a 7-7 ball game. With 5:35 left until halftime, we'll take a commercial break.
Thanks for watching this production of Texan Live. Watch us online at TexanLive.com and on demand at Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play. Anything you'd like to eat and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
We welcome you back here on TexanLive.com. Tom, what did you see from San Augustine on that last drive?
Well, great drive at all, but most importantly, we talked about even before the play, they went strong side to the right. Instead, they run left with that same formation. Hicks just trying to get the first down. He made a great cut inside, and he saw the opening, which got him the touchdown.
Kickoff up and away. It'll roll out of bounds near the 40, and the penalty marker flies in.
And that was all Hicks on that touchdown run because he made the great adjustment. But it was a great adjustment by the offense. They saw before, during the timeout, the adjustment to make. And like I said, this has been a chess game. And that scoring drive, 5 plays, 61 yards.
Kicking team number 18.
Used 2:13 of the quarter.
5 yards will be added to the out-of-bounds spot.
37-yard touchdown run, extra point. Good, even at 7 so far. And all set up by the big turnover, the interception by Barnes.
Just over 5.5 minutes left until the halftime break. Refurio football, 1st and 10 from their own 46. Handoff powering forward to the 49-yard line, making it up across midfield with a couple extra shoves to the opposing 49. I believe that was Gadsden.
Well, that's when football changed into a little bit of rugby. And they just move the football, moving the pile. So this is going to be very interesting to see how well Refurio responds after the turnover and giving up the touchdown.
And that was Mascoro on the carry on the last play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 from the San Augustine 49-yard line. Shotgun set for Ochoa, 2 receivers to the left. Handoff. It's Gadsden bouncing to the near side, and Gadsden will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else.
Good read by Barnes coming down the line. Got a nice assist from Corey Clifton. Now allowing Gaston to turn the corner. Now a big 3rd down and 5 now for Refurio.
Down to 4:25 and counting. Clock is churning. Empty backfield for Ochoa on 3rd down and 5. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to his right. Ochoa dumps it off, passes caught on the bubble screen left side. Oh. And the receiver is tripped up immediately. What a tackle.
Beautiful tackle. And that was DeMarquise Barnes on that play, as he was able to cut the receiver off at the toes.
So Ethan Perez makes the catch on the little bubble route, and he's wrapped up immediately. May have gained a yard actually, but it'll be 4th down and 4 now for Refurio in decision time.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here from midfield.
Austin Ochoa does have the ability to punt. Empty backfield, trips to the left, 2 receivers to his right. Ochoa will throw. Pass is going to be caught. Right side, picking up the first down, now reversing his field, cutting it back up the middle. And getting hammered down to the 38-yard line goes Michael Farova.
And that was a good timing pattern. Fiora got past the line of scrimmage. That was the yard marker. That's the goal of the receiver. You just want to make sure you make that catch and you're on the positive side of the yard marker, and they got the first down. He was able to squeeze a couple more yards. And a good throw by Ochoa.
Clock down to 3:20 and running. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Refurio. Wildcat set. Mascuro will keep himself running up the gut, and he'll gain a yard.
Yeah, not much this time. Seth Stevens going in there in the gap. And he said, not this time. Mascara has taken advantage several times here this evening on that run up the middle. He's already up to 81 yards tonight on 10 carries.
2nd down and 9 from the 37. Austin Ochoa back in at quarterback. He'll drop back looking to throw. Ochoa fires. Pass is going to be caught along the near sideline and dragged out of bounds at the 24. Goes Antoine Gross.
And right now, the San Augustine secondary is giving a little bit too much of a cushion to these receivers. They're not playing as tight as they were earlier.
Down to 2:34. Clock is stopped after Gross stepped out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Refurio just outside of the Wolf red zone. Empty backfield for Ochoa. 5-receiver set, pump fake. Pass is going to be caught on the screenplay and then dropped by Gross right through his hands.
Yeah, it was right there, went through his hands, and it almost was a gift to Kavorian Barnes, who already has one pickoff. If he was just made a slight adjustment, he had it and it would have been in his hands, and he's gone.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Refurio. 2:29 on the clock. Clock is stopped due to the incompletion. Trips bunched up to the near side. Ochoa in the gun, one receiver to his right. Ochoa looking to throw. Heaves it towards the end zone. Jump ball is going to be picked off. And now running down the far sideline. And finally stepping out of bounds. I believe that was Tajay Thomas Davis.
It is Davis. It was a jump ball in the end zone. I had to wait too to see what the call was. And he made a great catch over the back. As you mentioned it, Gavin, Ochoa heaved that one high in the air, put up a rainbow. And you threw that in the double coverage, and we had to wait just for a second to make sure he caught that one. A nice return, as well as going to set up the Wolves at their own 43-yard line. 2:15, they have one timeout remaining.
And Thomas Davis caught it off the tip, and then the question was, did he step out of bounds in the end zone? He did not. Returns it all the way to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, San Augustine. Hicks in the gun, bunch trips to the near side to his right. It'll be a handoff, bouncing it to the right side, up across midfield, and dragged down to the 46-yard line on the carry. Goes Kavorian Barnes.
And a really good block there by Des Watts. Here on the right tackle, he held his block, and that gave the running back Barnes the opportunity for the run there.
1st and 10 for San Augustine. Hicks will keep it off the play fake. Hicks looking for touchdown number 2. He'll cut it back to the right sideline, picks up a block. He's out of bounds.
Yep.
Staying in.
Nope, he stepped out. No, he stayed in.
And they'll say he stayed in bounds, and Hicks will take it into the end zone.
What a run.
For the touchdown. Flags fly in late. And it looked like Hicks stepped out of bounds. They'll say he did not.
Yeah, I thought he stepped out of bounds too, Gavin, but they're going to say he didn't. And the flag comes out. This was behind the play. So this may cancel out the touchdown. And the way it's looking, it's going to go against the Wolves.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 7 of the offense. Be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Delmarquise Barnes, the wide receiver of the Wolves, called on the infraction.
That wipes out a 57-yard touchdown run by Hicks. And that was a spectacular run. But the good news is San Augustine will have it still at the 31-yard line. Refurio with still 97 seconds to go here in the half.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for San Augustine. At the 31-yard line, ball is placed right hash mark for the Wolf offense. Hicks will line up in the gun, running back and trips to his right. Man in motion out of the backfield. Hicks will take the snap, looking to throw. Hicks will heave it over the seam. Pass is going to be caught for the touchdown to Javarius Miller.
And he put that one on the money. Over the shoulder catch for Miller and goes into the end zone. Great read by Hicks on the play action.
And the Wolves take the lead. It's a 6-point ball game now. Extra point unit will come on for San Augustine with exactly 90 seconds left to play here in the first half.
And Gavin, that is 14 points off turnovers.
Landa Verde will come on to kick the PAT. Jaden Hicks will hold at the 10-yard line. Snap down. Extra point is up. And it is good. And it's 14-7 San Augustine. Following the touchdown pass from Hicks to Miller. 90 seconds left to play here in the first half on TexanLive.com.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of good, full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients. Fresh and filling. So that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Vinay. The score 14-7. San Augustine leads Refurio. 90 seconds left here in the second quarter. Tom, what have we seen, especially on that last drive from the Wolves?
Oh, that was incredible. What we saw, a nice run that sets them up. And then Hicks, we both thought he went out of bounds, but a spectacular was 57 yards for, looked like an apparent touch, a 50-yard run for a touchdown. It gets called back on a inside block, and sure enough, the one thing we have not seen Hicks do well so far tonight is throw the football and throw it deep. He put one right on the money to Miller that capped a 3-play, 57-yard touchdown drive after the Thomas Davis interception in the end zone. So now that is 14 points in the last 5 minutes. Less than actually 3 minutes for San Augustine, and they now lead once trailing 7-0. Now they're up by 7.
Ball teed up center hash at the 40. Kick is up and away from Landa Verde. Kick will be returned from inside the 20-yard line.
He's got a gap outside if he can turn the corner.
That's Gadsden. Will be met by a host of Wolves at about the 35-yard line.
Zaire Tanner kept in stride with him. I thought he had a little more opening if he would have went straight up the middle. But now Refurio, they have 2 timeouts and 81 seconds left to go here in the half to see what they'll do.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line for Refurio.
They've turned it over their last 2 possessions, both by interceptions.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Running back in motion is Mascaro. Austin Ochoa looking to throw. Ochoa fires. Pass is going to be caught and taken out of bounds near the 46-yard line goes Michael Farova.
Good throw, good time, good pattern. And Ochoa has him down the field. Nice pickup of 18 yards.
Clock down to 1:14. Clock is stopped after Farova stepped out of bounds. Austin Ochoa in the shotgun. 1 receiver to his left, trips to his right. Ochoa looking to throw, and the flag comes in pre-snap. For a stoppage in play, we'll see if they called a timeout.
I think the Wolves called timeout.
San Augustine takes their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Good thing here. You got hit for the big play, and now you want
a 60-second timeout.
You want to pause your defense enough, take a breath, and regroup. See what Refurio is going to come out with.
And we'll keep it right here on TexanLive.com. We'll take this as an opportunity to remind you that Texan Live is a division of HS Sports Media, LLC, and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Texan Live.
But I'd be impressed because what we saw early in this first, you really want to say the first quarter and a half, we saw Refurio, their offense dominating, but only getting into the end zone one time. But how quickly 2 turnovers changes the game.
If we go back to that first drive, Refurio had first and goal, I believe, at the 9-yard line and stalled out inside the 10. Turn it over on 4th down.
Yeah.
So Refurio's offense will come back out.
And that's where sometimes the lack of a kicking game can come back to haunt you. You're leaving points on the board.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. One receiver to the left, trips to the right of Ochoa. Ochoa looking to throw, dumps it off, pass is going to be caught on the screen. That's Antoine Gross. And Gross will be dragged down inside the 30-yard line, marking down officially at the 30. Clock will continue to run, but stopped momentarily due to the first down.
Good call there by the Refurio AC. They ran the flanker screen on the outside. They let the rushers come in. Ochoa with a good throw to Gross, and he did the rest of the damage, and they're getting closer to that red zone.
3-receiver set, Ochoa in the pistol. Now in the shotgun, running back motion to his right. Ochoa looking to throw. Pass is going to be incomplete along the far sideline. Nearly picked off. The route was jumped by Johnson.
Yeah, Tredavis Johnson almost got the interception. Now, the thing is right here, you've got 2 timeouts, 48 seconds. You're at the 30. You can play the center of the field. You don't have to go sidelines.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Refurio in Wolf territory.
This might be a good call for a quarterback draw or something up the middle because, like I said, with 2 timeouts, you can play that card.
4-receiver set, Ochoa looking to throw. Ochoa heaves it over the middle. Pass is going to be caught down to about the 11-yard line. On the reception, Ethan Perez.
Stops the clock as they move the chains. Actually, they usually stop the clock, and the clocks are still moving.
And Ochoa's going to throw the ball into the turf to stop the clock. 34 seconds remain. Should be 2nd down and 10 from the 11.
I always thought the clock was supposed to stop on a move of the chains, even in high school. But about 6 seconds ran off the clock.
Refurio does have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. And 34 seconds left, and they only have to go 11 yards.
Yeah, so like I said, the center of the field is still open, so's a good run.
Ochoa in the gun, no one back there with him. Ochoa, quarterback draw play, inside the 10, Ochoa inside the 5, and he will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Refurio.
And there's the call we talked about. That quarterback draw opening is going to be there. And now we're an extra point to being all even.
Extra point unit will come on for the Bobcats.
Beautiful drive by Refurio to answer back after giving up the 2 straight scores.
Coming on to kick the PAT will be number 30, Alexander Plasencia.
Just a freshman.
Plasencia's extra point is up, and it is good, and we're tied up at 14 apiece with 28 seconds left until the halftime festivities. We'll take a commercial break here on TexanLive.com.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Vinay. And so the update on the other 2A D1 semifinal game, Post leads Valley View 21-7 at the half. That game is also streaming here on TexanLive.com. Chase Snyder on the call for that game. And Tom, what did we see on the last drive from Refurio?
What we saw was a great balanced attack. They ran the screens. They got the big first pass that got them down into midfield. Then they got the screen pass to Gross that got him down, and just another good pass, a couple of good passes, and then Ochoa with the perfect call from the 11, a good old-fashioned quarterback draw to take it in.
Squib kick up and away. It'll be fielded at the 20-yard line by San Augustine. On the return, this is Jay Thomas Davis hitting the near sideline. Thomas Davis out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And with 19 seconds left, no timeouts, San Augustine has pretty good field position, Tom.
Yeah, got some time here. 19 seconds, no timeouts. So if ever they're going to do anything, it has to be down the sidelines. We know Landaverde is right now he is 39 of 47 in PATs, but they show him no field goal tries this year. So we don't know what his range is if they want to try it.
And St. Augustine averaging 64 points a game.
Yeah, so probably not needing too often. As we said, both punters, very little punting on both sides of the field tonight. And this may be, and they're going to do what probably I think everyone kind of expected, just take a knee and go to halftime.
The flag does fly in. We'll see what the penalty marker on the field is all about.
To the snap, false start. Offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Looks like we're going to delay the potential kneel down to take us into halftime.
Yeah, the numbers looking a lot better overall. We look at the stats, and we'll look at that at halftime, but really the one stat column that's going to be sticking out right now for Refurio at halftime, 2 turnovers and 14 points off that.
Jaden Hicks will line up in the kneel down formation. 17 seconds on the clock. It'll be a run play, something we didn't expect. Kavorian Barnes taking it up the middle. Barnes down inside the 45-yard line to the 43. Clock will continue to run.
Yeah. What they were trying to do there, very simply, trying to hit a big play on something you wouldn't expect. Barnes, good running back. He's capable of breaking it, and they were hoping that he could break one really big and maybe take it in for the score.
That's
but
the end of the first
I think
half.
St. Augustine, considering everything that took place for him in the first half, they're going to be happy going to the halftime tied at 14.
So Refurio 14, St. Augustine 14 at the halftime break. We'll be back after a short commercial break to go over some stats here on TexanLive.com.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good. Full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. At halftime, your score 14-all. And Tom Benet is going to give you some stats from the first half.
Well, let's first go over the scoring summary real quick of that first half. Refurio got on the board first. It was Ochoa with a 3-yard touchdown run that capped a 10-play, 83-yard drive to make it 7-0 with a minute 37 to go in the first quarter. But then in the second quarter, that's when the tide turned for San Augustine as they were able to convert 2 turnovers. After Ochoa was intercepted by Kavorian Barnes, the Wolves would go 5 plays, 61 yards. Jaden Hicks, the quarterback, would rush 37 yards for a touchdown. That tied it at 7. And then after, Thomas Davis makes a spectacular interception on a tip ball in the end zone and would bring it out near midfield. That was up a 3-play, 57-yard drive again for the Wolves. And this time Miller using his arms. Hicks, would use his arm and throw a 31-yard strike to Jarvis Miller to make it 14-0. But Refurio, with 90 seconds left to go in the half, were able to go 6 plays, 64 yards, and would be Austin Ochoa, his second touchdown run of the game from 11 yards out, would tie it with 28 seconds left. As far as the first half stats, first downs in favor of Refurio, 14-7. Rushing yards, San Augustine 158 to 118. Passing yardage, it's the advantage goes to Refurio, 121 to 43. Total yards, Refurio 239 to 201. Penalties, Refurio 1 penalty for 10 yards. San Augustine 7 penalties for 44 yards, but here's the big one. Turnovers. Refurio 2, St. Augustine 0, and 14 points off those 2 turnovers.
And now we'll leave it to the bands and the drill teams for the halftime performances. Stay tuned for the halftime festivities and more for the second half when we come back. Signing off until the third quarter. Alongside Tom Bonet, I'm Gavin Moritz.
The band would like to thank the teachers, administrators, school board, and especially the parents for their support of these amazing students. Drum Major Ember Glokar, leave your band ready. Please begin your 2019 contest show. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the 2019 Wolfpack Band. The Wolfpack Band is a National Association of Military Marching Bands contest, Bobby Cost Superior Rating Award Band. Good luck to our students auditioning for region band this Saturday. Taya Duncan, Leslie Olalde, Kira Palmer, Robert Jacobs, Elsa Davila, Joel Daville, and Diego Prado. Drum majors are Elsa Davila and Joel Daville. Wolfpack majorettes are head majorette senior Erica Adams, senior Claudia Cabriales, junior Kirsten Carmichael, junior Taya Duncan, sophomore Sadie Miller, senior Jolene Nance, junior Leslie Olalde, junior Emily Palacios, and junior Kira Palmer. For tonight's performance, the majorettes will be performing to Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Wolfpack Band will be performing Symphonious Fanfare by Victor Williams and Jones, Tradition of Excellence by Dr. Timothy Ray. Thank you for everyone who came out to the Christmas parade this past night.
Elsa Padilla and Joe DeVille. Officers for the band are Woodwind Captain Leslie O'Halton, Brass Captain Wendy Perubis, Percussion Captain Ryan Smith, Loading Crew Captain Hay Hoffman, Historian Kendra Jenkins, Champlain Destiny Rogers, Uniform Captains Tamara Collins, Quartermasters are Kirsten Carmichael, Dana Humphrey, Michaela Brooks, Kira Palmer, Larissa Jenkins, and Elijah Jenkins. Librarians are Jalen Mosley, Skylar Jones, and Sadie Miller. Section leaders are flute section leader Wayne Nance, clarinet section leader Kira Palmer, saxophone section leader Ezekiel Cardeales, and trumpet section leader Yesenia Valenciano.
Grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, full of energy, full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera, food as it should be.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Ritz alongside Tom Benet, your score. from Cy-Fair FCU Stadium as we begin the third quarter. San Augustine 14, Refurio 14. And Tom, what did you see in the first half?
First half, we saw basically a first quarter that was won by Refurio and a second quarter that was won by San Augustine with the aid of Refurio with the 2 turnovers. That's the difference in this game, those 2 big turnovers, those interceptions by Ochoa in that first half. He had a good first half, throwing the football 12 of 19, 121 yards. He also rushed for 2 touchdowns, but he'd probably give it all up to give back those 2 interceptions.
Ball's teed up center hash. The 40 kick is up and away, and we are ready to begin quarter number 3. Kickoff will be fielded at about the 26-yard line. And the return man will be stuffed at the 21. On the return was DeMarquise Barnes.
All right, a lot of times you see these kickers, return people try to make these big circles to try to get some find a running lane. But right now, this is going to be a very interesting situation for St. Augustine coming out with the ball to start the third quarter. As, unfortunately, they played a lot better in that second quarter, but the defense gives up the touchdown just before half. They allow Refurio to go down in less than 90 seconds to tie the game up.
No receivers out wide. Hicks in the gun. It'll be a handoff, plunging forward up to the 26. On the carry goes Barnes.
Barnes in that first half, 9 carries, 63 yards, and they come out in that big jumbo package on the offensive line. Well, everyone's in there.
Jumbo package once again. Jaden Hicks in the gun. Tailback to his right, low snap, picks up. It's going to be a handoff. Bouncing on the left side is Kavorian Barnes, and Barnes will pick up the first down, and then some. Flag is down. But for the moment, Barnes makes it all the way up to the 35-yard line.
It looks like, I think you're going to get a holding penalty against the Wolves on that outside. It may have been number 24, the receiver, Jarvis Miller.
Holding number 24 of the offense. 10 yards, still second down.
And Tom, you called it a penalty holding call on Javarius Miller.
Yeah, when you've got a receiver in a position where he's now a blocker, and this is just the way the formation is. As we mentioned, they don't have a listing for a tight end. Their 2 tight ends normally are the 2 backup linemen, Braden Simmons and Michael Hightower, but now they bring in the receivers on this tight formation.
2nd and 15, Hicks in the gun. It'll be a handoff, stutter step, cutting it back up the middle, and gaining 3 up to the 19-yard line. On the carry goes Kavorian Barnes.
Yeah, the way this whole offense is set with this formation, you have to hit, Barnes has got to hit the line quickly and get into that next level. Because, like I said, it's like going through a big rugby pile right now with all the numbers in there. You've got 9 linemen up against 8 linemen, and there's not much room to navigate.
Now looks like we get a couple wide receivers checking into the game. 10-28, down to 20-27 left in the third quarter. Clock is stopped.
San Augustine takes their first time out of the half.
Well, San Augustine's going to burn their first time out.
And that's because they used too much time. The 25-second clock almost expired. They could not get the play off in that way, and they're having to burn a timeout early here in the third quarter.
10:27 left to play here in quarter number 3. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening and watching TexanLive.com.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. Into high school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Player of
all the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
Hey Southeast Texas, it's Coach Chuck from Mid-County Dodge.
And head coach Burt Brocker from Gateway Dodge. And we've got big news.
That's right. Only Mid-County and Gateway are giving you employee pricing plus all the rebates.
During our Big Finish sales event, we have new 2019 quad cabs starting at $19,900 or a Jeep Cherokee for just $19,900.
Plus, we're paying top dollar for every trade.
Shop 24/7, midcountydodge.com or gatewaydodge.com.
And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
We welcome you back to Sci-Fair FCU Stadium here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Ritza alongside Tom Vinay. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 from their own 19-yard line for the San Augustine Wolves.
Hicks so far 2 of 4 for 43 yards and 1 score.
Hicks in the shotgun, 4 receiver set. He'll roll to the left side and rolling back to his right, looking to throw. Hicks fires, heaves it down the field. Jump ball is going to be intercepted by Refurio. On the return is Antoine Gross inside the 10. Gross down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 5.
And in that case, you saw Hicks with that big run, and he just heaved it high in the air, almost like a punt. And Gross was able to come down with it, and he had a great return down to the 5 and puts Refurio knocking at the door, looking to break this 14-all tie.
And Gross doing it on both sides of the football.
He did a nice job there in that pile, making the catch, not hitting the turf. That was a good thing there by Gross.
So Refurio's offense will start 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
But they've had trouble here.
Saw him stall inside the 10 on their opening drive of the game. Wildcat set. Mascoro will take it himself. Draw play. Mascoro will power his way towards the goal line, and he's in for the Refurio touchdown.
And that was all Mascaro. He fought his way in as the Wolves were waiting for him, and he just broke 2-3 tackles there and just forced himself into the end zone for the touchdown to get Refurio back on top.
Extra point unit will come on for the Bobcats. It's 20-14 currently in favor of Refurio. Just over 10 minutes left to play here in this quarter number 3. Bobbled snap. It's going to be taken by the holder, and he will run it into the end zone across the pylon, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Nice play there by Ethan Perez, the holder. It was a bad snap. He was able to maintain it, and it was basically just a run to the pylon. He looked for a minute like he was going to throw it, but the better choice with the good speed, make for the pylon. He was able to make it to the corner in time.
So now 10:03 left here in quarter number 3. It's 22-14 Refurio. We'll take a commercial break here on TexanLive.com.
Thanks for watching this production of Texan Live. Watch us online at TexanLive.com and on demand at Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play. Anything you'd like to eat and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. The score, Refurio 22, San Augustine 14. After the Refurio touchdown on the run by Mascoro, and then the 2-point conversion was good. Although not drawn up to be a 2-point conversion play. It looked like a PAT to start with.
Yeah, PAT that turned into a 2-pointer on a bad snap.
Kickoff fielded at the 32-yard line by San Augustine. Return man wrapped up immediately on the return, Zaire Tanner.
Now, of course, that's now Refurio was able to cash in on their first turnover of the game after the gross interception. And now, let's see how the Wolves come out here, as now trailing once again. It's been entertaining back and forth, and it's been entertaining to see the different formations we've seen here from San Augustine.
Jaden Hicks in the shotgun, trips to his left, one receiver to his right to the near side. Hicks will hand it off, and the running back is going to be slung down at the 33.
Good penetration. Darren Willis, the defensive tackle, able to get through the gaps and get Barnes before he could get ahead of steam, trying to run it on that left side.
Call it no gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves of San Augustine. 9.5 minutes and counting left here in quarter number 3. They trail by 8.
Barnes held so far for 71 yards.
4 receiver set, Hicks in the gun. Play fake. Hicks looking to throw passes. Going to be incomplete. up at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Javarius Miller.
And that was in Miller's hands. He should have caught that one.
Clock will stop with 9:19 remaining.
Over on the far side, Eli Boxtel, the defensive coordinator and DB back coach, making some adjustments real quick with his defense secondary on this big 3rd down and 10 now for St. Augustine.
From the 33-yard line, 3rd down and 10, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Jaden Hicks is in the shotgun. Hicks looking to throw under pressure immediately, dumps it off. Pass is going to be caught on the screen, and breaking tackles hitting the sideline. That's Kavarian Barnes, and Barnes is finally brought down at the 37-yard line.
Jody Martinez with the touchdown-saving tackle. That looked like the screen, and it was read by the Refurio defense, but Barnes, with the great effort, broke the tackle
out on the field for an injury.
And changes what could have been a big loss into a big 1st down in Refurio territory, as now we have an official's timeout.
We have an injury timeout down on the field. 9:07 left to play here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout with them here on TexanLive.com.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance. Because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, full of energy, full of...
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Following the officials' timeout, it is 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for St. Augustine. Jaden Hicks in the shotgun, trips to his right, one receiver to his left. Hicks takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff, running up the gut, finding running room and getting brought down inside the 30-yard line. Should have enough for the first down to the 27. Goes to Jay Thomas Davis.
Yeah, Davis coming in after Barnes, who made that big first down to get him there on that 30-yard screen pass, catch and run, getting a breather, and now I think he's lined up as a wide receiver here on the near side.
Trips to the right, Hicks in the gun. Handoff, and the running back is met immediately in the backfield. Refurio saw it coming the whole way.
Oh, yeah, right into the hands of Nathan Marsh. It's like, hi there, and 2-yard loss for Thomas.
As we approach the 8-minute mark and counting left here in quarter number 3, it'll be 2nd down and 12 from the 29-yard line for the Wolves of St. Augustine.
Yeah, right now you've got Barnes and Barnes. You got the two Barnes lined up in the slot on the right side.
Trips to the right, one receiver to the left for Jaden Hicks. He's in the shotgun, tailback to his left. Hicks takes a snap, looking to throw. Hicks, pump fake, rolling to the left, under pressure, now rolling back to his right. Hicks is going to be brought down for the sack back across the 45-yard line.
Not this time, is getting in there. Thomas Keys able to track Hicks down. It's a big loss back to the 44-yard line. Hicks, this time the speed not helping him. And this is one, like I said, you have to know when to get rid of it. And he just, unfortunately, he tried, but too late.
Back him up to the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 27 for the Wolves. As we hit the 7-minute mark and counting left here in quarter number 3. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left, Jaden Hicks in the gun. 3rd down and 27, Hicks looking to throw. Hicks heaves it down the far sideline. It is going to be incomplete inside the 10. And no flags.
Yeah, no flags. He was looking downfield. They had Barnes running the wheel pattern, and there was contact down there, but no flags. And a lot of coaches here on the near side for the Wolves got their hands on their hips going, wait a minute. And now it's 4th down. And I'm a little surprised that they're going to go for it here. It's 4th and 27. I'd rather punt it down and try and pin Refurio down deep. May see Hicks with a quick kick here.
Jaden Hicks will stay in the game at quarterback, and Tom, you mentioned it. Maybe we'll see a quick kick here with 6:49 left in the 3rd. 4 receiver set. Hicks looking to throw. Rolling to his right. He's under pressure. No quick kick here. Hicks is going to heave it, and it's going to be picked off by Refurio at the 40-yard line. Coming up with the interception, Jordy Martinez.
Tried to force one in. It would not have been close, and even close for the 1st down. And I think that's going to be a play that may come back to haunt the Wolves. Because 1, you give it up on downs. 2, you're giving it back to Refurio, who has the lead, and they're only 60 yards from the end zone. A punt could have put them down back inside the 10.
Instead, they gained 4 with the interception.
Yeah. So turnovers now at 2 apiece.
Refurio football from their own 40-yard line. Ochoa will hand it off to Mascoro, bouncing it up the middle. Mascoro will be brought down at the 43-yard line, gain of 3.
Have to be honest, we've seen multiple backs here tonight on both sides, and really we're seeing a very balanced offense on both sides with their running attacks. Mascoro being a very good, him and Glatson have really not put up a lot of yards, but Mascaro at 90 yards in this game so far, kind of a sneaky 90 yards.
Empty backfield for Ochoa, looking to throw. Pass is going to be caught along the right sideline, and getting dragged down with the forward progress was Michael Farova.
And a good tight spiral there by Ochoa. And just inches away from the 1st down marker. I think they're going to give it to him.
And they will. Good enough for Refurio, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 5.5 minutes and counting left in the quarter.
Triple I formation.
Ochoa will line up under center. No receivers out wide. 1st and 10 from the 50. Hand off to one of the upbacks. And he's tripped up at the 48-yard line into St. Augustine territory.
A little unusual formation for a 1st down play. It looked more like you would have had on 3rd and inches with the triple backfield. May have caught the coaches unaware they had the 1st down.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 48-yard line. 4:50 and counting left in the quarter. Empty backfield, trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Ochoa looking to throw. Pass is caught and ducking out of bounds at the 43 after making the reception. I believe it was Ethan Perez.
No, actually it was number 11, Colton Hesseltine, made the catch. But the defensive back, Hicks, he was giving him about a 4 or 5 yard cushion.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Refurio. 4:44 on the clock, as Austin Ochoa will give the play call to his offense in the huddle. And that'll be a Wildcat set. Taking the snap is Mascoro, and he'll be stopped near the 1st down marker. I believe he's going to be just shy. We'll see where they mark him.
They put him right on the 40. That's a 1st down.
And they'll give it to him.
And this is a big drive here for Refurio. If they can punch this one in, go by 2 scores, and we'll just have maybe, hopefully, a quarter left. It's going to be very tough for San Augustine to come back in this game.
Austin Ochoa checks back in at quarterback. 3 receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff, powering forward to the 35-yard line. Goes Mascaro.
And this is just a big battle of that offensive line. Like I said, this is, as we mentioned, 2A schools. You got a lot of 2A players, and this is going to see who's got the second win here in the second half.
As we're down to 3:50 and counting left here in the third. Second down and 5 from the 35-yard line, needing to get to the 30 for a new set of downs. Austin Ochoa will line up with 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Couple men in motion. Man in motion from the right to the left now. It's going to be a handoff. Powering forward is Mascaro inside the 30-yard line. He's got the first down and then some. Down to about the 28. Needed 5, got 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, got that. And they're just doing a nice job. Got a nice block for number 61. And that's Thomas Keys to open up that hole.
Down to 3:15 and counting left here in the third. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for the Refurio Bobcats. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Running back down to the right of Ochoa, man in motion. It'll be a handoff. And bowling his way to the 22. Goes Mascaro once again.
And they're keeping it on the ground, and they are using the clock. Over 6 minutes on this drive so far. It's gone 7 plays, 32 yards.
Mascaro now over 100 yards.
Which, I mean, this started at 6:32 when this drive started, and we're down to, they've used up almost 4 minutes now on this drive.
Refurio running the ball at will as we hit the 2.5-minute mark and counting left in the third. Ochoa in the gun, man in motion from the right to the left. Handoff Mascaro inside the 20 down to the 16. It'll pick up another Bobcat first down.
And he is doing the job. He's over 100 yards. That one unofficial right now, about 116 for Mascaro, leading rusher in the game.
As we approach the 2-minute mark left here in the quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Bobcats. Already leading by 8. It'll be a handoff on the end-around play inside the 15, inside the 10 is Gross, and he will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Refurio.
Good play call there by the Refurio OC. They had been running inside the entire, once they got on this side of the 50, they kept going inside, and then finally they run the jet sweep, the little bit of a flanker jet sweep to Gross. Got 2 big blockers in front of him, and he's able to get into the end zone for what could be a very difficult touchdown to come back for San Augustine.
PAT is up and good, and it's 29-14 Refurio. 1:49 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a commercial break. You're listening to and watching TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of good, full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Welcome you back to Cy-Fair FCU Stadium here on TexanLive.com. The score, Refurio 29, San Augustine 14. And Tom, what have we seen so far here in this third quarter?
Well, we've seen a reassertion of the running game for Refurio, plus they've taken advantage of 2 interceptions, and they've turned the table on the Wolves and lead by 15.
Kickoff fielded at roughly the 25-yard line on the return is Zaire Tanner. It'll make it back up to the 30-yard line where the Wolves will start 1st and 10.
That previous scoring drive, 10 plays, 60 yards, used 4 minutes, 50 seconds of the third quarter, and it was Gross on the 16-yard touchdown run. The extra point good, 29-14. A minute 41 left to play here in the third quarter. The winner moves to AT&T Stadium next week for the state finals.
And the winner of this game will play the winner of Post and Valley View. That game also being streamed live right now on TexanLive.com. A minute 41 left here in the third quarter of this contest as the St. Augustine Wolf offense comes back out, trailing by 15. Hicks will run on the sweep play. He'll cut it back up the middle, and Hicks will make it back to about the 33.
That same formation we saw earlier that Hicks ran for the touchdown back in the second quarter, where they bring 5 blockers on the right side, and then he goes left, and now Hicks is slow to get up. This could be very big for St. Augustine.
And we'll take a timeout here on TexanLive.com.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good. Full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance. Because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good. Full of flavor, texture, color. Full of energy. Full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera. Food as it should be.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. The injury timeout. Jaden Hicks, the St. Augustine quarterback, was the injured Wolf. We'll hope everything's okay with him.
Looks like leg cramps.
And now Tajay Thomas Davis will lead the offense. A minute 20 and counting left here in this third quarter. No receivers out wide. Jumbo package for Thomas Davis. In the gun. Low snap. Handoff running forward up to the 37. Goes Kavorian Barnes. And a score update from the other semifinal game here in 2A D1. Post leads Valley View 35-7.
And unfortunately, with Hicks going out and the fact that most likely Thomas Davis has not played quarterback that much, gives a big advantage to that Refurio defense because they're looking straightly for the run.
3rd and 3. It's a run play and getting
effort
out of it. And hitting the sideline is Thomas Davis inside the 30, and Thomas Davis will outrun everyone into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Augustine.
What an effort by Thomas Davis. It looked like he was stopped short of the first down, He kept going, got outside, and using that great speed, able to outrun everyone down the sidelines. And a big touchdown with 33 seconds left to go in the third to get San Augustine back in this game. And let's see if they're going to go for two here.
It looked like the Bobcat defense had him wrapped up.
Yeah, they
had the play dead.
They thought they had the play bottled up. You're right, Gavin. As we watched on the replay on the big board, it looked like everyone stopped for Refurio. Everyone stopped but Thomas, but they're going to go for the single point here.
PAT is up, and it is good. It's 29-21.
Hold on, flag.
But a flag is down on the PAT.
If it's against Refurio, that might move it half the distance, and that may
Illegal
change the strategy.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, retry.
So we'll get a re-kick.
We'll get a re-kick, and that means they're going to have to go back 5. His extra points have been good, but they've been kind of wobbly. So now he has to move back 5, so this will be a longer extra point. And this is big, because if he misses it, it's a 2-score game.
Landaverde will come on to kick the PAT. Now longer after the penalty. Extra point from Landaverde is up, and it is good.
Wow, it just got in the post.
29-21 Refurio. St. Augustine now trails by 8. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. You're listening and watching TexanLive.com.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. Into high school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Newport player of
All the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
Hey, Southeast Texas, it's Coach Chuck from Mid-County Dodge.
And head coach Burt Brocker from Gateway Dodge. And we've got big news.
That's right. Only Mid-County and Gateway are giving you employee pricing plus all the rebates.
During our Big Finish sales event, we have new 2019 quad cabs starting at $19,900 or a Jeep Cherokee for just $19,900.
Plus, we're paying top dollar for every trade.
Shop 24/7, midcountydodge.com or gatewaydodge.com.
And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching this production of Texan Live. Watch us online at TexanLive.com and on demand at Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire.
And welcome you back to Cy-Fair FCU Stadium here on TexanLive.com. Gavin Moritz alongside Tom Vinay. The score now 29-21. Refugio leads San Augustine. 33 seconds left here in this third quarter. Kickoff up and away, and it'll go well out of bounds. And the penalty flag flies in.
Well, for San Augustine, a big 3-play drive, 70 yards. And what a run we saw from the backup quarterback, Tajon Thomas Davis.
Kicking team, 5 yards will be added to the out-of-bounds spot. First down.
He went 63 yards, took 2 shots at the extra point, but they got it. It's a 1-score game, 29-21. So you had to figure if they would have gotten the touchdown. The only question when they wanted to go for 2. They had the option on this touchdown, but Coach Murr is going to hold on and try and have to do it on the next time they get the ball.
3 receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Austin Ochoa will come back out to lead the offense at quarterback. Man in motion. Ochoa will hand it off to Mascoro running forward, and Mascoro will make it up to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 6, and that should end the third quarter.
Yeah, right now Mascoro right on his average, 6 yards a carry. As you said, Gavin, that is probably the last play of the quarter. 10 seconds left and not set at the line yet.
Down to 5 seconds. Time will expire, and after 3 complete your score, Refurio 29, San Augustine 21. We've got a good one here from Cypress, Texas, and we'll finish it out when we come back here on TexanLive.com.
Timeout.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play. Anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of good, full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Start of the fourth quarter, Refurio 29, St. Augustine 21. Second and 4 from the 45-yard line for Refurio. Ochoa will keep it running left side, and he'll be upended at the 42-yard line.
Good play there defensively. Tridanis Johnson and Kavarian Barnes making Ochoa sandwich there and forces the loss, so it's going to be 3rd and long now for the Bobcats.
And it is a one-possession game.
Yeah, one-possession game, and everything pretty well even. You look at the stats. Offense for Refurio, 307. Offense for San Augustine, 302. Even in the turnovers.
Empty backfield for Ochoa. 5-receiver set looking to throw. Pass is going to be dropped in the flat right side. He was looking for Antoine Gross.
He had it set up, the flanker screen to Gross. He had the lane, just didn't hold on to the football. Now it's 4th down.
It'll be 4th down and 6.
And for it looks like for the first time tonight, Refurio is going to punt.
Punting unit will come on for the Bobcats with 11:17 remaining in regulation.
Joey Martinez going back to receive the punt around the 30-yard line.
I believe that's number 28, Michael Thomas, coming on to boot it away. Standing back at about his own 28. Kick from Thomas, up and away. Good kick. He'll take a bounce to the 29, where it's down by Refurio's Thomas Keys.
All right, let's keep an eye on the offense. Here comes Jaden Hicks. Looks like he's recovered from what looked like leg cramps, and he's heading back out there.
Just over 11 minutes remaining in quarter number 4.
3 of 9 for the game for Hicks, throwing the football, 2 interceptions, 73 yards, 1 score. The damage has been mostly on the ground game with Thomas Davis and Barnes.
It'll be a jumbo package on 1st and 10 from their own 29 for San Augustine. Hicks in the gun. Hicks will hand it off, running up the middle to the 32. Goes Barnes.
And right now, it's going to be interesting watching the play calls here for the Wolves. They've relied on the running game tonight big time. But you know Hicks has got to come up with some kind of connection to stretch the field a little bit and move that defense back. Because if you look, they are crowding the box up there. Almost everyone in the box.
Jumbo package once again on 2nd down and 7. Hicks in the gun. It's a handoff to Thomas Davis, who finds the seam. Thomas Davis breaking a tackle. He's across the 40, has one man to beat inside the 20 to the 15, and he'll be dragged down at the 11-yard line.
It's Gross making the touchdown-saving tackle, and there once again, Thomas Davis showing that second-level speed as he got into the secondary. That's the goal when you have this jumbo package, and he was almost able to break it into the end zone. And if it wasn't for Gross catching up, he was in for 6.
9:55 and counting left in quarter number 4. 1st and 10 from the 11 for St. Augustine. Hicks in the gun, jumbo package once again. Handoff. Thomas Davis is leveled at the 9-yard line.
He got popped real big time, and that was number 9, Ezekiel Cabarrus, the defensive back. And that slowed down Thomas, and I think he might still be hearing that ringing in his ears after that hit. He comes to the sidelines.
They'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 9. They need to get to the 1 for a 1st and goal. Jumbo package. Hicks in the shotgun. The new tailback is Jarius Crane.
First time into the game.
It'll be a handoff to Crane, and on his first carry, he will plunge forward to the 4-yard line.
So we get to see somebody new in the backfield, and he comes up big. Gets him closer to that first down marker.
It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 4-yard line. 8:55 and counting left in regulation. It's going to be a keeper for Hicks. Running to the far side, Hicks will stiff arm a man, and he'll be dragged out of bounds.
Whoa!
And hit late at the 3-yard line.
It was inbounds, so it's not a late hit. But great play there defensively, coming straight down the sidelines. And that was Thomas Keys, the defensive lineman, able to stay step for step with Hicks and not letting him turn the corner. And now a big 4th down for the Wolves. They can still get the 1st down inside the 1.
From the 3-yard line, it'll be 4th down and 2.
Thomas Davis back in the game.
Hicks in the shotgun, Thomas Davis to his right, jumbo package.
Movement.
Hard count, and the flag will come in. It's going to be a false start against St. Augustine.
And to the snap.
It's the left
start, number 2 of the offense. 5 yards, still 4th down.
That's Tre'Davious Johnson, who's set up as a tight end, double tight end on the right side between 2 big tackles. And he's the one that moves. And that's a big penalty because all of a sudden it goes from 4th down and 2 to 4th down and 7.
With 8:45 remaining. 4th and 7 from the 8-yard line. Jumbo package, no receivers out wide. Hicks in the gun. Thomas Davis in the backfield to his left. Hicks will take the snap, and it looks like we've got a timeout before the snap.
Yeah, Refugio's defense saw something they didn't like, and they wanted to call a timeout.
Refurio takes their first timeout of the half.
They saw something.
It'll be a 60-second timeout.
And they did not like it, and they wanted to regroup.
8:44 remaining. Refugio uses their first charge timeout here in the second half, and we'll take one with them.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with pain.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
4th down and 7 from the 8-yard line for St. Augustine. They trail by 8, 8:44 remaining. Jumbo package, Hicks in the gun. Hicks, low snap, he'll pick it up. Looking to throw, Hicks. Fires, end zone. Incomplete, flags fly in.
Well, they went for number 24, Miller, who was rolling out. He snuck out of the line into the end zone. Hicks threw a bad pass, and they're going to get a benefit of contact.
Ineligible receiver, number 65, downfield on the play.
Oh, no.
First down.
And so we thought the penalty was in the end zone on the throw, on the contact. Instead, it's an ineligible receiver down the field. Hicks was slow to get up, and it's a turnover on downs. Tom, what did you see there?
I saw and waited for the replay, and all of a sudden I didn't notice. It looked like contact against Miller. I thought that was what the call was, but I did not notice 65. The offensive lineman, Corzanza, had drifted a little bit too far down the field. Once you get past the line of scrimmage, you are considered an eligible receiver once you're across that offensive line. And he just wandered a little too far. Hicks ran that play too long. It just took too long to set up.
So 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line for Refurio. They'll come back out looking to burn out what's left of the clock. First down play is a run up to the 10-yard line, gain of 2 by Austin Ochoa.
Yeah, right now the key is here for Refurio, keep the ball as long as they can, use as much time off the clock, and maybe force San Augustine to start using those 3 timeouts.
They mark him down at the 9-yard line, gain of a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
The Wolves are hoping for a quick 3 and out here and get the ball near midfield.
Under center is Ochoa, 2 receivers to the left. It'll be a handoff to Antoine Gross. Antoine Gross finds running room. He'll hit the sideline. He'll pick up the 1st down, and then he's shoved out of bounds near the 22.
Very same play they had on the touchdown run with that little jet sweep with Gross. He had 3 blockers in front of him and able to get Refurio out of trouble, out of their end of the field and across the 20, and more running room, and more importantly, another 1st down. It does stop the clock, though, because he did go out of bounds.
7:54 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line for the Refurio Bobcats. As Ochoa will deliver the play call to his offense in the huddle. He'll line up under center. Man in motion. Handoff. Running forward. Up to the 32. And now to the 33. They give him the 1st down.
That's Marscola. He has really played an outstanding game here tonight. He's already up to 123 on the game. He is averaging 6.7 yards a carry.
7.5 minutes now and counting. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 33. Ball placed center hash mark for Refurio. Man in motion. Handoff to Mascoro, running up the gut, and Mascoro will plunge forward to the 40. Gain of about 7.
Yeah, right now they are just running against that defensive line who's got to be getting tired now here in the 4th quarter.
6:55 now on the clock. Clock is running. St. Augustine does have all 3 timeouts remaining in their back pocket. They trail by 8. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ochoa. Send a couple men in motion. He's in the shotgun. 1 receiver now to either side. Man in motion from the left to the right. Ochoa will hand off to Mascoro. Bouncing it left side. Mascoro trucks a defender, and he'll be carried to the 48. He'll pick up another Bobcat 1st down.
And just move the chains. That's exactly what they want to do, and they are eating the clock up. They have already ran 2 minutes off the clock here on this possession that started back inside their own 10-yard line. But you have to go back, Gavin. That penalty on 4th down that made it, instead of 4th and short, made it 4th and long, and it changed everything.
Changed the play call.
Yeah. And that was the 11th penalty of the game for San Augustine tonight.
Ochoa will keep it on the quarterback draw play, and he'll spin his way, carrying defenders with him down to the 41. It'll be close to a 1st down, and they'll give it to him. Another 1st down picked up for Refurio. As we're down to 5:55 remaining.
Yeah, it looks like Refurio, just under 6 minutes to go, looking to punch another ticket to go to up to Jerry's World. They were there a couple of years ago.
The last one stayed in 2016. 3 receiver set. Couple men in motion. 1st and 10 from the 42. 5.5 minutes now and counting. Man in motion from the left to the right. Ochoa hands it off to Mascoro running. Mascoro is going to be tripped up at the 36. Could have ran further.
Yeah, it looked like he got caught more like the turf monster got him that time. He kind of went for a looking to put that shoulder down and run into somebody, and no one was there, and he ended up hitting the ground.
And they'll take us down inside of 5 minutes left to play. Clock is running still. It'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 36 for the Bobcats of Refurio.
Mascaro getting a breather on the sideline, replaced by Gladden now in the backfield.
Man in motion. Hand off to Gadsden running right side, breaking a tackle. Gadsden will be brought down at the 32.
Very close to the first down marker. If he's marked there, it's another move of the chains for the Bobcats.
And they give it to him. Refurio picking up first downs now at will as we're down to 4:40 and counting.
Well, you always talk about the numbers of a game like this in a playoff game, the mistakes. Of course, they evened out in turnovers 2-2 now. As Refurio here in the second half, they got 15 points off turnovers. But here's the other one that's been very surprised to me. We'll get that after this play.
The flag flies in on the quarterback drop play by Ochoa.
Prior to the snap, all 11 players were not set. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And that's it. That is only, with 4:20 left to go in this game, that is only the second penalty against Refurio in this game compared to 11 against St. Augustine. And that is big.
Clock will now resume running down to 4:15 and counting. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 37 for the Bobcats.
And right now you have to figure, when is the Wolves going to try and use those timeouts? May see him use one after this play, excuse me.
Hand off to Gross, and when another flag flies in at the snap, it's going to be a false start.
And that's back-to-back penalties after I've said they did a great job avoiding the penalties.
Prior to the snap, false start. All 11 players were not set prior to the snap. 5 yards, still first down.
And boy, that is not a happy sign on the other side for Coach Herring. This is not when you want to start making penalties. You've got the game in control. You're running the clock off. And now you make it 1st and 20.
Backed up to the 42-yard line. Empty backfield for Ochoa. One receiver to his right, 4 receivers to his left. And now a timeout called by Refurio.
Not sure if they knew what exactly they were going to run there.
Refurio takes their second timeout of the half. This will be a 60-second timeout.
And with 3:35 remaining, we'll take a timeout with them.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good. Full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance. Because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.
Okay, Gavin, 2 big mistakes here by Refurio's backed them up. 1st and 20 now. They're in control by 9. Still time for St. Augustine. They got 3 timeouts with 3:35 left to play.
Backed up to the 42-yard line. Ochoa will end up under center. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Ochoa dumps it off pass. Is going to be caught by Gross, who will hit the sideline. Gross is inside the 30, and he'll be dragged down inbounds. At about the 28.
It was all set up there, a flanker screen to Gross. And the Wolves bid on it, but they missed the tackle on Gross. They could have had him bottled up. But Gross with a great effort. He got a lot of that yardage back. He got 14 of the 20 yards back.
Move him up to the 28-yard line. It'll be Second down and about 6. Down to 2:55 and counting. And a couple more first downs could seal it. Ochoa under center. Handoff, Mascoro running forward. He's going to be close to the first down at the 22.
They have ran 6 minutes off the clock here.
Timeout on the field for an injury.
If an injury timeout, we'll take one with them.
Those new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, full of energy, full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera. Food as it should be.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look. High school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Player of
all the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
Hey Southeast Texas, it's Coach Shaq from Mid-County Dodge.
And head coach Burt Brocker from Gateway Dodge. And we've got big news.
That's right. Only Mid-County and Gateway are giving you employee pricing plus all the rebates.
During our Big Finish sales event, we have new 2019 quad cabs starting at $19,900 or a Jeep Cherokee for just $19,900.
Plus, we're paying top dollar for every trade.
Shop 24/7, midcountydodge.com or gatewaydodge.com.
And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching this production of Texan Live. Watch us online at TexanLive.com and on demand at Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play. Anything you'd like to eat and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of good, full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. 3rd down and 1 from the 22. Powering forward and picking up the Refurio first down to the 14-yard line.
And that will probably do it, Gavin. There's only one timeout for San Augustine. They had to burn one because of the injury, and then they called a second one. So they actually ended up burning 2 timeouts during that last break, because the reason for that is the player stayed in the game. He did not come off the field. And that hurts, and now they can only hope right now Refurio makes a mistake.
San Augustine takes their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
San Augustine burns their final timeout with 2:13 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for Refurio when we come back.
enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Your home for live and on-demand high school sports.
Panera's new Baja Warm Grain Bowl is full of good, full of tasty, good-for-you ingredients, fresh and filling, so that you too will be full of good. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from Gridiron Games.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. Victory formation for Refurio. Ochoa takes the kneel down at the 21-yard line, and time will run down to 2 minutes and counting.
Yeah, there is nothing San Augustine can do now except watch the clock turn away. You're going to see them take it. They might get an opportunity with the ball back. There's still just under 2 minutes left to go. It's going to be second down, but they're going to use up every precious second of the clock. Is Refurio. As they're counting it down, I think they're all talking about it. I think someone may not have done the calculating right, because it's going to be 5 seconds on the play clock. There might be a few seconds left.
Refugio takes their second timeout of the half.
So with 1:28 remaining, Refugio is going to burn another timeout. It'll be second down and 17 from the 21-yard line when we come back here on TexanLive.com.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from Gridiron Games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Do you know what optimism can do? Whatever it wants. We've seen it unlock resilience that makes the impossible inevitable. Inspire generosity to put families back on their feet. And give Davids courage to throw rocks at Goliaths. At Frost, we believe optimism can change lives emotionally, physically, and financially. And with your help, we're going to prove it.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, color, full of good. So you can be too. Try our new warm grain bowls today. Order now on DoorDash.
Pessimism.
Back and ready to resume play here on TexanLive.com. 1:28 remaining. It's second down and 17 from the 21 for Refurio. Ochoa will run backwards looking to burn out what's left of the clock.
Yeah, that's what they talked about.
He'll fall down at the 41.
They were telling him, I think that was what was going on at the sidelines, Gavin. They were talking about how long he wanted to run the play to eat the clock. Because he just took a knee that might have left some time left on the clock. Now, you might see him do it one more time as they got a safety man back who's about 25 yards behind, about 20 yards behind Ochoa to protect him.
Score update: Post defeated Valley View 35-7. Post now advances to their first state final in school history. Likely to meet Refurio as Ochoa will run backwards down inside the 40, still going, and he'll fall down at the 39-yard line, and that will likely do it.
Yeah, it'll be fourth down for Refurio, and they cannot stop the clock. The celebration's beginning.
And time will expire, and that will be your final score. Refurio is going back to the state title game. They defeat St. Augustine 29-21. And Refurio will meet Post next week at AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
And it was the running game tonight. Marscona 160 yards on 24 carries to lead the offense for the Bobcats. And they turned the tables in the third quarter with 2 touchdowns set up by interceptions that put them ahead to stay. St. Augustine made it a play. They got the big touchdown run by Thomas Davis, but the penalty on 4th down and short inside the 5-yard line changed the game for the Wolves, and they could not convert on 4th down and long. And that was it. They could not stop the Refurio running game this evening.
So once again, Refurio advances to the state title game next week in Arlington. They will face Post, who advanced with a win over Valley View, their first state title appearance in school history. Your final score, Refurio 29, San Augustine 21. Special thank you to everyone who made this production possible. General Manager back in the studio, Jesse Wolf, Head Coach and owner Burt Brocker, signing off for myself, my on-site producer and cameraman Dre Matula, and my color commentator Tom Vernay. I'm Gavin Moritz. Stay safe and good night, everyone.
Pessimism doesn't stand a chance because people are stepping up. People who look forward and give back. People with paintbrushes and hellos and handshakes and time for each other. And one small act at a time, strangers become neighbors. Helping becomes a habit. And together we watch and wait and work to see what else optimism can do.